With all those people watching, with the polls tightening, along with the battleground state numbers coming out today, tightening up there's a lot at stake tonight. And our political analyst, UW-Whitewater communications professor Richard Haven joins us now. Professor, this could be the most watched political event in history. Why so much interest this time around?
Well, I think it has to do with the candidates and a lot of the interest in those two candidates. Certainly Donald Trump is very unusual, of course. In 1980 was the most watched presidential debate. 80 million people watched President Reagan, then candidate Reagan, and President Carter.
Yeah.
It's estimated this could be anywhere from 70 million to 100 million.
Yeah.
So this could be a big time. Now, the audience really kind of breaks down. I mean, we've got people who want to be educated. They want to learn more about the candidates. We have people who want to be entertained. They're looking for that fireworks or train wreck.
That's right.
They're expecting something really bizarre to happen. But then you have groups of people who kind of fit into the undecided, anywhere from 8 to 13%. The unenthused, which is certainly a big concern for Hillary Clinton right now. She needs to get some supporters of Obama to become more enthusiastic. And then you have the disgusted. They're just unhappy with both candidates, and both of the candidates want to try to turn their ire towards the other person.
Well, let's talk about the candidates. What does each need to do? Let's start with Secretary Clinton. What's the most important thing for her tonight?
She's really got to work on that sense of trust and likability. She needs to become someone who people feel more comfortable with, more likable about, and therefore hope to draw them to her in a personal way.
Okay, what about Donald Trump? What does he have to do and avoid?
Well, I think, first of all, he has to demonstrate that he's competent. He has to show that he really is ready to be president. And then he has to deal with the issue of temperament. Is he someone who's really ready to handle that crisis at 3 a.m. in the Oval Office? Those are big hurdles for him, and so it's something he's going to be really focused on tonight.
So Matt Lauer in that forum earlier in the month came under a lot of scrutiny. People said he did a poor job. Tonight, Lester Holt is the moderator, another NBC News employee. What pressure is he facing, or what do we expect to see there, do you think?
Well, it's certainly increased pressure because Matt Lauer did not do a good job, at least from the critical reviews, and therefore, being from the same network, Lester needs to be, on his game. He's the only other person on the stage. He's asking all the questions. The question is, will he be a referee? Will he be a fact checker? Or will he just be a bystander? As one NBC staffer said about Lester Holt, I guarantee you he will not be a potted plant. We expect him to be different from the way Matt Lauer was in the Commander-in-Chief forum. Okay. So that's going to be the third element that's going to add a little extra drama to this debate. We
have 10 seconds. Last words of advice, last thoughts.
Don't forget that in presidential debates, sometimes style trumps substance. Didn't mean that to sound that way. But in any case, let's look at nonverbals, what happened to Al Gore in 2000 with the sigh, or H.W. Bush in 92 with looking at his watch. They have to be careful of their nonverbals and sometimes watch for those taglines. Ronald Reagan in 1980 with "There he goes again."
Yeah.
That becomes the most memorable part of a debate, and that can make a lot of difference to the fate of a candidate.
Professor Haven, thanks. You'll be watching the debate with me tonight, and we'll come back at 10 o'clock and have our analysis of it. But for now, let's toss it over to Brian for the weather.